Hi, this is Mike Regan with Transact's 2-Minute Warning for the week of February 26th. And in this week's 2-Minute Warning, we have a really important question for you. Are you still a doubting Thomas when it comes to figuring out how your company can lower its freight cost? In last week's 2-Minute Warning, we really lit up the scoreboard because one of the questions that we asked there, is it possible to lower your freight cost when the carriers are raising their rates? The answer to the question is yes, yes you can. Now some of you got back to me and said, how? How is that possible? We've been doing everything. The LTL carriers are coming out with general rate increases. They're looking at 5, 6, 7%. The parcel carriers, UPS, FedEx, they're looking to raise their rates. They're all changing their accessorials, asking for more. How do you lower your cost when the carriers are raising the rates? Well, a couple of tips. First, you can't think transactionally. If you're going to the market and expecting the carriers to automatically lower the rates because you've put your business out to bid, folks, I'm saying that's likely not going to happen unless you have really, really terrible rates. Now here at Transact, we don't want to see anyone have terrible rates. And that's why one of the things we encourage folks to do is to not think transactionally in terms of going to your carriers and expecting them to charge less for the services they provide. What we encourage shippers to do is think about this strategically. Now, when I think about how I manage my cost strategically, it's an entirely different game plan. As we've proven when we talk to customers and apply our LTL strategic assessment principles, as well as look at our rapid assessment in the supply chain area, if you're wondering, are you paying too much, then figure out how are you using it? What are the processes that you do that impact your LTL and your parcel costs? And when we look at that from a strategic perspective, it opens up a completely different world of possibilities. And that's why if you're still a doubting Thomas, there's only one thing you need to do. You can either send me an email, give me a call, or agree to meet with me on Calendly for a brief one-on-one discussion. I'd be happy to share with you some of the principles that we know work for shippers and helping them to reduce cost. What happens when we open up the inbound transportation area? There's a lot of money for a lot of companies right there in front of them. It's what they call a slow fat rabbit. When we turn that around and saying, let's look at the things that we're doing on the outbound side and challenging some of your supply chain principles. You say, oh, we have to do this because you assume you do it. It's not a fact-based decision. We have a whole set of principles, a whole bunch of things that we'd love to talk to you about, and it won't cost you a dime. So with that thought in mind, if you're interested in learning more about how your company can, in fact, lower its freight costs when the carriers are raising rates, you don't have to be a doubting Thomas anymore. You simply need, as I said before, send me an email or give us a call, because with each and every 2-minute warning, we're here to remind you we are on your team, we're here to help, and we're passionate about seeing you be successful. Thanks for your time.